Again, I'm back on. I was cut off. Um, my name is Jason. I'm a channeler. This is a daily dose of hope, day 187, take two, I guess. A daily dose of hope is just that. The energies on our planet are starting to increase, and as they do, things start to get a little bit wacky, and it becomes very easy to be knocked off of our path, the path of peace. And so my guides guided me to come on, if I was so willing to give a daily dose of hope. And by doing this, by giving hope, I get hope. So thank you very much, everyone who's watching. You are helping so much as well. Um, so I hope this one is working. I can't check this one, so I'm just gonna wing it. And if it doesn't work, I can maybe make uh, a notification of what I was talking about. Yeah, let's see. Hold on, maybe I can check over here. Oh, maybe I can check here. I'm not sure, but hopefully. Yeah, maybe it's working. Maybe it's not. Uh, so but I'll just talk about what I wanted to talk about anyway. And if it doesn't work, I guess that's what the universe wanted to happen, and I'll just let it be what it needs to be. So with today's daily dose of hope, I was talking about how I bought two used bicycles and that I was feeling giddy, kind of euphoric last night, and I didn't really understand why. And then the later it got at night, I got really, really sad, really like dark sadness came over me, and I didn't understand where it was coming from. And then I finally realized it's from the bikes. Like there's the energy of the bikes, the previous owners. One of the previous owners is very just a normal, like a younger person in their 20s, who just sold their bike to the used bike shop because they were moving back home. And then the other bike, though, that's the one that had the issues. It was owned by someone. I communicated with them today, who was extremely depressed. They were very, very, very depressed. But then they took the medicine and they got even more darker. Everything got darker for them, and they just couldn't escape the darkness. So they decided to yeah, take their own life. And so that's what they did. But then they are still kind of trapped in this, what's called a time loop. And I remember the name of the movie. It's called Mrs. Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children. And in the story, it's about this school for these children who have these special skills. They're like superhuman skills. And it's supposedly around World War II, and they are living in a time loop. And so at the end of every day, the headmistress, Miss Pellegrine, will turn back the clock to the beginning of that day. So they're just living in a time loop. And a time loop is a way of generating energy for those who are not, those who are on the other side of the yin and yang. And so what happens is these souls get kind of trapped in these time loops. And also people who are alive too, they sometimes, there are certain areas on our planet that are in these time loops. And there's different levels of it, different frequencies of it. Oh, Kathleen, you said you're on. Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you. So different levels of these frequencies. And so for me, I didn't realize this whole thing a few years ago, but so I was picking up on a lot of different energies, and I would go to places that people would say are very haunted, or there's just, this park is not a good place to go to, and I would just often go there because it was very relaxing for me. I didn't understand why, but it was, oh, this is very relaxing. But what I came to realize is that a lot of those places were actual time loops. And within a time loop, it's the basic way of thinking about it. The most simplest way of thinking about it is it's based on the idea of nostalgia. So nostalgia, in a sense, is a time loop that we create. We're pining for a time that really never existed. And so we're living in this different time that we are creating. We're creating a time loop. So that's like the kind of basic way of thinking about it. And so energetically, what I pick up on a lot of the times is that nostalgic feeling. So I'll be walking around town and be like, oh, I just passed this house. I feel this really nostalgic feeling. And I used to think, wow, that's really interesting. Oh, it's very peaceful. But recently, what I realized is that no, that's a time loop, and I'm passing by a time loop. And where I have the ability to have spirit work through me to clear that energy, I have to ask for permission. Um, and so anyway, so this is what happened. That's my background story for this. I'm not sure how much was on the first try of the video, but that's the basic idea, the concept behind it. And I've there's a Japanese channeler that I was listening to, and he or she, I'm not sure, they changed the voice. um, I think it's a she. She was talking about this. I think I've talked about this many times, but there's this man who is he was a, what we call in Japan, we call him salary man, which just means like a company worker. It's just the generic term that's used for everyone. You know, if you work at a company, you're a company man. That's how it, you know, salary man. That's what he's, a man who gets a salary. I don't know. It's just, it's old terminology. But anyway, so there was this salary man, and he was traveling all around the world for his company. And but what he didn't realize was that he had like a glow stick on top of his head. He had a light, and what he was doing was going into these places, like war-torn areas, places that were kind of, uh, for example, World War II Europe. There are certain towns and certain cities, and he would just go there. And those places were in a time loop, but the beings that were in the time loop could see his glow stick, and so when they saw his glow stick, they could what's the word? They would follow him out of the time loop, and that way he would free them. And so, yeah, so that was another place where I learned about these time loops. Um, but it's all in Japanese, so if you don't speak Japanese, it's kind of hard to. I don't know if they have the translation software on YouTube or what. But um, so that was very interesting, and I found that with my own life, that's what was happening. And anyway, so this one bicycle has this very dark energy, and I was picking up on it. First, I picked up on the nostalgia. I was like, oh, I feel really, I don't know, just something feels really good and nice. And then I realized that it's not that. It was, yeah, this dark energy. So the previous owner had taken the medicine, and then well, first he was really, really depressed. He was extremely depressed beforehand. He was in a very dark place, and then he took the medicine and things got darker for him, and he just couldn't handle it anymore. So he decided to leave this third dimension. He left. And but what happened is he didn't actually make it to the other side. He was still trapped, in a sense, within that darkness of his emotions. And it's kind of like that movie with Robin Williams, What Dreams May Come, where his wife, I can't remember, yeah, I think she decided to leave the planet in the same way. And so he and Robin Williams went to the other side to find his wife, and he found her, but she couldn't see him. She was trapped in a time loop. She was trapped in this dark place, and he couldn't, no matter, he was standing right in front of her, and yeah, it's a very tragic scene. Um, Good movie though. But so similar idea. So this person who was trapped, he doesn't know that he's trapped. All he knows is that it's dark, it's dark, it's dark, it's dark. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So I talked with this being, but first of all, when this being came in, it was just like blackness, but with anger and rage, and it was just like just black rage. And I thought, oh, this I can't really talk to black rage. It's kind of hard to communicate. So I put them in the neutralizer, and the neutralizer is just something my guides guided me to do. It's just looks like a blender, but you put the being into that, and then you neutralize that energy so that you can see their true form, and not the form of the emotions that are controlling them. And so that's what I did. And I saw him, and he was a middle-aged man, and that's where I got all the information about what happened to him. And so I was able to call in source and able to free him and able to send him to the light. But I'm still feeling a bit of the residual energy because it was really dark. It's still kind of, I'm still feeling a bit of the kind of feeling. But that will pass as well. I think it was just there's a lot of energy there to clear. Anyway, I just wanted to share that story, and just and also relate it to something I've been doing channeling on, beings from the Tartaria period of time on our planet, and I one of the beings was a clothing designer, and at that time, everything was very much focused on keeping the frequency high. They had to maintain a higher frequency because the whole planet wasn't at that same frequency. So they were trying to maintain this frequency through sound, through frequency, and through clothes, through flowers, through everything. Every aspect of life was geared towards keeping the frequency high. And so, one of the things was clothing. All clothing, no clothing was secondhand. Everything was made to order. And so, the clothing designer, the tailor, would see you. So the tailor was basically like a healer, and he could see your body and all the different issues that your body has, and then he would go into a deep meditation and then choose the fabrics and to make sure that clothing would heal you. And so anyway, that just reminded me of that. So similar with used things, so that the used bicycles. So there's a lot of energy that needs to be cleared. Anyway, so that's my story for today. I hope I'm not frozen somewhere, but I can tell the story when I'm unfrozen, I guess. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm frozen. Somewhere, but I can tell the story when Oh, I'm not frozen. Okay. So then let's go into a channeling and see if they have anything to say today about anything. Here we go. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as Esmeralda, and we are here, and we are here, and we are here, and we are here in this beautiful time on your planet. And what this being is talking about is something that all of you will start to become more and more aware of, that there is more to this earth, there's more to this experience that you're having down here than meets the eye. And that's why these times it's so important for you to try to open yourself more and more to what it is that is around you. For the longest time on this planet, you have chosen the experiences of closing down all of those sensors, all of that ability to pick up on what it is that is around you. But as you are moving through this ascension time and through these higher energies, these intense times, intense energies, you will start to realize that you'll be able more and more to see and to understand the energies around you. And that is a gift that is part of this ascension process, and opening up of your experience and opening up of the multidimensionality of your experience, and understanding that there's so much more going on and always has been going on around you. But you had chosen up until this point to limit your experience. Well, not everyone, but there were most of you in your population had decided to close down those sensors so that you could have certain experiences. But that time is over, and the time of opening to these energies is coming. And so what this being is doing, a lot of you will start to find yourself doing as well. And there's nothing complicated to it at all. It is just understanding energy. Similarly, when you deal with people, there are different types of people that you might deal with in a single day. There are people that you might try to avoid. There are situations you might try to avoid. There are situations that you might try to help in. And it's a very similar situation. But understanding your energy means reclaiming your freedom. It means reclaiming all of your energy from those things. There are things that you can't see that drain you energetically. But if you are able to see as the frequency rises, you'll be able to see more and more all of that. And those beings will not be able to do what they do, and you will find yourself with so much more energy because you have an unlimited amount of energy, an unlimited amount of peace, an unlimited amount of health. It is just that it is being sidetracked, taken down these other routes. And once you see more and more of that, you can reclaim your energy and reclaim your sovereignty and understand that no, this is who you are and this is what you are. And you can reclaim that. And this is what we would like to share today. Hmm. All right. Oh, Kathleen, thank you. You said not frozen. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers. I appreciate it. I really don't know. Um, So yeah, I'd like to go into just a pocket of peace now, to help us all deal with all those different energies that we're not maybe aware of or that are affecting us. And this is a pocket of peace to reclaim our energy, reclaim our sovereignty. We are sovereign, um, and if we want to give our energy away, we can. But we need to give our permission, and so we're giving out the say that only with our explicit permission. You know. So here we go. Pocket of peace for day 187. So I'd like you guys to take a few deep breaths, get relaxed. And then I'd like you to imagine that you're in a very relaxing place for you. Like for me, it's by the ocean. Could be in the forest somewhere or in your most comfortable chair or in your bed. And just imagine you're in that place and just relax there and take a few more deep breaths. And then I'd like you to imagine that you are surrounded by the mist of unconditional love that just comes in, surrounds you, and it's like a gentle blanket and just caresses you, and you feel so comfortable and so wonderful. And it's unconditional love, and this is your birthright. You are loved completely and utterly, exactly as you are. There's nothing that you need to change. You're perfect exactly as you are. And this love has been with you for all of eternity, and it will be with you outside of eternity as well, because this is the love of your Creator. This is the love of Source. This is God. Your father, your mother, your parents, they are your true parents in that sense. The true love that loves you always in all of your different incarnation, and loves you exactly as you are, sees you as you are, loves you, and this is unconditional love. So there's no conditions to this. It's just pure love. It just sees the love that you are and loves you so much more. And with this love, there's no need for worry. There's no need for regret. Those things are not necessary because you're love. You're made of love, by love, to make love out there in this world. And so now that your heart is alight with the light of love, just spread that out. Let it expand out into your room, so that everything is lit up now with this light of love. And then let it expand out into the rest of the town that you're in, the county, the city, the prefecture, all the different places, so that everything is lit up now. You're lighting up all the cars, all the buildings, all the streets, the highways, the barber shops. Everything is lit up with love now. It's unconditional love. And it's just like a fantastic world now. You look outside and you say, what a beautiful place. What a beautiful time to be alive. Everywhere I see hope and I see love. And you see all the other people too. They're starting to feel this energy too. And they're saying, yeah, I feel that too. I just feel good now. I feel like this rush of energy and of just love. I feel like this wonderful feeling. I feel like I'm in control, but I just feel really, really good. Like I'm more home than I've ever been. It's like a homecoming, but I'm just here and I'm home and I'm just love now. And look at everyone's eyes sparkling because they see what you see now too. They see the love everywhere and the hope. And everyone's just saying, yeah, I love this feeling. This feels so good. This is like heaven. This is what I've been searching for my whole life. All those different pathways I went down, all those different jobs, all those different relationships, all those different things. I thought I could buy this and get love, or I could get to this place and find this feeling. But no, no, no. I just realized it's inside me. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do any of that stuff. The love is inside of me. And it just feels so good. And Now you're also noticing that everyone is reclaiming their energy. They're saying, yeah, this is all mine now. This energy, this love energy, by feeling and reconnecting with the love that you are, you could reconnect with your sovereignty. And you are, this is all yours now. This is all your love energy. You're reclaiming your energy from all those scary stories, from all that sickness, from all that pain. And you're saying, no, 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 this is love now. These are all love stories. I'm reclaiming my love. I'm bringing back my energy into an energy of love, 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 love. And just look at everyone just in love. And everywhere you look, it's like heaven on earth. You've done this. You've created heaven on earth with your love, just by realizing that you're made of love, just by realizing that that is what you create. That is your only true creation here is love, love, love. Wow, you just brought heaven onto earth. Hmm. All right, guys. So that's a pocket of peace for day 187. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm not sure what was going on with that, but I hope you guys are all hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. So ciao for now. Thank you, Kathleen, for joining in, and yeah, thank you. Cheers. All right, guys. So ciao for now.